Okay, today we're dealing with two problems that happened with this 98 Escort. First of all, we had a little squeak when it was running, but the funny thing was it wouldn't squeak when it was really cold out. When we got a warmer day, we got that little ee noise from the serpentine belt. So we guessed it was this bottom pulley off the crankshaft. Maybe the rubber was screwed up in there, and it wasn't running very true. You could see when it was running, it would be shaking. Like, so we got another one from the scrapyard for next to nothing. We got it on. These are held on by an Allen key, so they come off very easy. I thought that you had to loosen the motor mount, but see how close tight it is? You can still get that off just by undoing that bolt. Get a puller with just two arms, just a 2-arm puller, and put it on either side, and that pulls off really easy. Because like I said, it's only a keyway. So put that one on, and it seems to be running truer. The next thing we had an antifreeze leak, and the antifreeze was dripping right off here. And that bolt there is just like for the timing belt. It holds the plastic cover on. So we figured it was coming. The only thing on the front is the rad hose. So to get to the rad hose, we had to take the alternator out, and the bracket that holds that alternator on, we had to take it off, because down here, that right here, you can see, that's where the bottom rad hose goes on. But the problem is, to get that bracket off, so you can even get to that, you have to take off your air conditioning. And you got to take that off from the bracket. So a simple job turned into 4 hours of stripping and undoing all the bolts. But you take the air conditioning unit off, that's 4 bolts, and just brace it up in a piece of wood like that. Then you can get to the rest of the bolts to get to the bracket. See? I got that hung up here, so it doesn't go anywhere. I got the rad all drained, and don't forget, before you do any of this, before you even bother taking the alternator out, disconnect the battery. It's always safer. It saves a lot of problems. But don't get all freaked out. A little bit of patience, and you disconnect the overflow bottle. Oh no, that ball there is for your power steering. You disconnect that, and I disconnected the line. It doesn't move very much, but every little bit helps. So now our job is to put this all back together. And if you've got one of these wagons and you ever run into a problem with the taillight fuse popping, when the taillight fuse pops, then you can't put the car in gear. Brilliant system they got there. So anyway, it's the wiring that goes from the hatch itself to the roof of the car. Those are wires up in that plastic cover piece. They look good because they're still covered with that rubber, but they break inside. Check that if you've got problems with fuses popping on the brake lights. And also, if you end up with your brake lights staying on the brake pedal itself, there's a little plastic like button on there that stops the brake pedal from grounding itself out. They break and fall off. But the smart thing was, they put a spare one up there beside it that you can pop out and pop in. Okay, so this is John from the Great White North. We're signing off, and well, hopefully everything's going to go back together the way it should. Okay? So, listen. If you're under this problem, don't get all freaked out. It can't be solved. Remember, they're not problems. They're challenges, right? Okay, bye for now.